Hey there, creepy peeps. My name is Nightmare Maven and I love talking about horror. Are you tired of the controversy yet? If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. So happy you found my channel. If this is the first video you're watching of mine, you picked a doozy of one. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you again. This is gonna serve as my channelversary video. It's not quite officially my channelversary yet. I think it happens in like a week. I never remember the exact day. I know it's the beginning of September. So I have been doing YouTube for 7 years now. I just want to say real quick before we get into that, thank you so much for anyone who has watched my channel for any length of time, whether you just found it today or you've been watching since the beginning. There are a bunch of you that I know have, like I've seen you in the comment section of my videos like pretty much since day one almost. So you're all amazing. I love you very, very much. And you have truly been a bright spot in my life for the past 7 years, but definitely this past year, which has been extremely hard, and sadly it's going to get a little more difficult before it gets better with the holiday season coming up. But you guys have been a consistent bright point this entire year, so I can't thank you enough for that. Okay, let's get into this ranty video. Just a little bit of backstory that I think is necessary. Otherwise you may not understand like why I'm even ranting about this sort of thing. So y'all remember the red flag horror movie video I did? But after I posted that video and some of the like more intense comments started coming in about Salo and a Serbian film specifically, I went into our Patreon Discord and was like, oh my god, I shouldn't have mentioned those two movies. They're gonna have to go on my unmentionables list now. My horror movie unmentionables list is just kind of this list I have just, you know, in my head of movies that I've kind of like accumulated over the past 7 years that I just don't talk about because I did once, like I made a video for it once. The trolls came for me and I decided it was just easier to not talk about it because I didn't want to deal with that. And after 7 years on YouTube, I'm gonna say fuck that. So the whole point of this video is just to like rant, show you guys some troll comments that I got about these videos. A lot of them got held for review. I did manage to find some of them because I posted about them like maybe on my Facebook at the time, so I did save some of them. So we're gonna get it all out of my system and we're gonna metaphorically burn this horror unmentionables list. So first one on my list is Dead Girl. I think I remember not liking this movie, one because like the whole theme of it was just the violent way that men treat women and feminine presenting people, especially how they treat them like objects. And so that's already an intense theme to begin with, but it was just like they presented it in such a disturbing way. I remember it feeling kind of senseless to me, and maybe that was just like a little bit too real at the time when I was watching it, and I just wasn't a fan. So I got a lot of comments about how I didn't get the movie. For example, this comment, your review didn't really touch on the whole idea of the movie. There's a reason your channel hasn't gotten bigger. Some people, I guess, will always have opinions and will not be critics. This is also going to be a try not to laugh video because some of these comments are truly just fucking hilarious. Just imagine moving through life thinking that movie critics are the end all be all of how you should feel about movies. Like, what's it like not having an original thought ever? Big reason why that one went on my horror unmentionables list was because it was a lot of men in the comments telling me that I didn't get the movie. Like, if you just understood the movie, you'd like it. And it's like, no, I get it. I just don't like it. There's a difference between those two things. Another big one for me, and I think this was the first movie that made it on this like unmentionables list, the first movie where it's kind of like, whoa, people are really passionate about this one, and that was Zombie Flesh Eaters. So this screenshot, it was from the notification, so it got cut off, but I think you can understand the gist of the comment through this little preview from the same person both times. Christ, this ugly bitch is so boring and knows jack. I think knows jack about movies. And then similarly, this bitch is so annoying and doesn't know shit about movies. They felt the need to comment 2 separate comments on the same video. This is a typical response of trolls, like going after my appearance because I don't agree with you about a movie. As if I give a flying fuck if you think I'm ugly. It's been so long since I watched that movie because when I did that review, that was the one and only time I'd seen that movie because I just had no interest in watching it after that. Like, I was just like, cool, never gonna touch that movie again. I learned soon after this, like through trying to watch other movies, that giallo movies are just not my thing. And this was like one of the first movies that helped me realize that. I think that was really just my video. I just didn't really, it just wasn't my thing. A movie where I got some of the worst comments, especially in Held for Review. Like, I deleted so many from Held for Review that were just awful, calling me ugly, fat, pimply, whatever the fuck, big nose. I get that a lot sometimes too. All because of my video, which was a remake versus original of The Town That Dreaded Sundown. And everybody seemed to specifically pick out the fact that I didn't like the original. No, like, nobody could care less that I also didn't like the remake, but whatever. Enjoy this tasty comment that I am gonna try not to laugh through. You wouldn't know an intelligent review from a trash can full of used tampons. Criticizing a great and underrated horror film with that stupid smirky little attitude simply because you are too young to appreciate it is excruciating to watch. Do you feel this way about every movie from that era? What about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Is that hilarious to you? The Exorcist? I know it would have been so much better if it were made for your generation because every movie made nowadays is just the best. I hate to break it to you, sweet tits, but but that was the era with some of the scariest and most imaginative films of all time. Nowadays, there are great ones, yes, but this will also go down as the era of recycled films and recycled ideas. The era you're making fun of is responsible for all these movies you are currently watching and patting yourself on the back for being a fan of.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
That's another type of comment I get a lot that I hate. Like, I don't like the movie just because I'm too young to appreciate it. Another one from that same movie review. Shut up, bitch. You have no clue what the fuck you are talking about. Go shave your pits and stop trying to review films because you suck at it. Oh, I just wanted to throw that one in there because it's funny. And in terms of like the actual movie, like my thoughts on it, I think I just thought it was fucking boring. I just remember it feeling like super long. Like, it just felt like really like drug out and yeah, just long. Maybe I feel like I need to do like a follow-up to this where I watch all of these movies again and then give my thoughts on them. Although I really don't want to watch Dead Girl again. I'm just like really not into that idea. And the next one on my list is not a movie actually, but a book. And I'm still receiving comments about this video. It's for Flowers in the Attic, which was a creepy book club pick. I think for like April of 2020. The video now has 12,000 views currently. And every single hate comment I got, like every single genuine hate comment, not like the valid criticisms, but like genuine stupid comments, were because I was shook about like the rape / incest in the book. Let that sink in. Reads a novel about incest and is shocked that there's incest in it. How dare I? This review is dumb. Did you not have any idea what you were getting into before you started reading the books or something? Not sure why any of this would be such a surprise. I'm terrified. Like, if we're gonna talk about like genuine red flags in people, that is it right there. Another one, not sure if she realizes this, but the exact parts where she's like, yikes, are the exact reason some people like this book. It's the forbidden taboo crazy nature of it. Yep, I realized it, bud, thanks. None of the people like that had valid points about why they liked the book were red flags, but like pointing that out to me in such a condescending way, yeah. One of the most magnificently penned books. That's great. Guess what, sweet cheeks? Life isn't all perfect and flowers, so to speak. Oh, guess what? When did this take place? Think about that before the rant. There was a lot of comments, surprisingly, that mentioned that, like, that I need to take into account when the book takes place and when the book was written in regards to the rape. Some people mentioned it because I was talking about the way they talk to each other seemed unnatural. So they're like, well, it's written during this time, blah, blah, blah. But there was a shocking amount of comments like this. As if rape and incest were not disturbing decades ago. Like, you know, you just go back a couple of decades and it's completely normal. Nobody was shook by it. I don't have a screenshot for this next one because honestly, it's, at least that I can remember, it's the worst comment I've ever received. And I did respond to this person because I just wanted to know, like, why they would write something like that. And after their response, I deleted the comment and I blocked them from my channel completely. But it said something to the, this isn't an exact quote, but it was something like, clearly someone wasn't traumatized enough as a child, and that's why I didn't like the book, was because I didn't experience enough trauma when I was a kid. Like, out of all the things I've been called, like all the names I've been called, people making fun of the way I look or anything like that, honestly, imagine saying that to somebody over a review of a book. Clearly, we're just too far gone as humans if you're gonna say something like that. Like, it may not seem like the most mean comment, but to me, I read that and I was like, I can't believe somebody would say that to another person. Ever. Yeah, that one, I responded to the comment. It's deleted and I don't think I shared it on socials because I was just so, like, honestly, I was upset by that comment. That was the meanest comment anybody's ever made on any one of my videos in 7 years. And finally, the Mac Daddy of the Unmentionables, Halloween 2018. Admittedly, I've poked the trolls a little bit about this one because, like, it just got so out of hand on this video, and I'm not the only one. It was a thing. Like, all of the horror creators were were talking about how, like, these trolls just came out of the woodwork and were attacking anybody who did not give this video a perfect score. The funny thing is, you can go back to that review and you can look through the comments, and there are plenty of comments from people who really enjoyed the movie and were able to have, like, a normal discussion about it. We were all just chilling, having a calm discussion about Halloween 2018, and then these motherfuckers drop in. This first one, I think, has, like, the best insult I think I've ever been called. Like, I want to get it tattooed on my forehead. Wow, H281 should be #1. You are a loser. No wonder you went to piece of shit 2018, millennial loser. Every time I've seen that comment, just millennial loser. It's so fucking funny. And then, you know, another one. Fuck you, condescending cunt. And then this one you are gonna have to pause to read. I'm not gonna read all of the, you know, super valid points that this person made. So they start off by quoting me. The only thing I liked about the movie was the female characters. And then they put, let a man say that though. I mean, if you said it in a creepy way, sure, maybe we'd judge you, but I don't think anybody would otherwise. Doesn't realize that as an audience who should be sophisticated enough to understand you can't do certain things in a film, especially when it's mandatory to leave it open for a possible sequel. I find it hilarious that they're telling me this on a review about Halloween that has about 17 different fucking storylines within the franchise. The best thing about all of those comments on that video was that I gave the movie a 3 out of 5. It was above average. That's an above average score. I didn't hate the movie. That's why this is the Mac Daddy Unmentionable, because it's like, I didn't even hate the movie and I got all of that. Imagine if I gave that movie a 1 or like a 0.5 out of 5. Just imagine what would have happened. Man, I feel a whole lot better after doing that. It felt good to, like, purge this list. So when I start seeing comments like those, even if they don't end up in held for review and they do actually get published in the comment section, they're being deleted. None of them are valid criticism. That can all stay. Or if you genuinely want to have a discussion about a movie where we have differing opinions. But I see it too often. I hope none of y'all have had to deal with this really in the horror community. But they give horror fans a bad name. They're with their like gatekeepy behavior and just like coming after people for having a different opinion on a movie. And it's fucking stupid. And I'm tired of hearing like that's just how the internet is. Like that reeks of boys will be boys, and it's not an excuse to act like a dumbass. So, end rant? Question mark? Thank you for sitting through this if you did. If you made it all the way to the end, comment a movie that would have made it on your unmentionables list. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. Become a creepy peep today. I post 2 new videos every week, and I have a live stream pretty much every week also. So I'll see you very soon with something, a live or a video. When is this video going up? I don't know. I'll see you soon. Until then, stay strange. Bye.